All right, let's find one Janos Audrin. It was Raziel that did it.
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
The fiend intends to bury us alive. Raziel, we must get out of here.
Remember the sword!
Fascinating.
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you.
No, Raziel. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once.
While I have taken yours.
Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the Reaver. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
Well, how does he know Raziel? Is my question. I guess we're just to assume.
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my Sarafan brethren would reap the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Reaver, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
Subtitles, where'd you go? All right, so I guess we're going back to the Sarafan hideout. It'll take 45 years to get back there on foot. So we go back to the Sarafan hideout, and then I have to come back here, maybe? God, it's going to be an hour of traversal.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
Yeah, so these things are related to the Elder God, then it seems. Unless I'm misunderstanding what he just said. Which I don't think I am. All right. Do not let every single room in here be a fucking monster arena. Combat gauntlet. Just say no. Alright. Got our health refilled. Nice. Wait, what? What? Where are we going? Over here. Ugh.
Do you really think you can save Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
The reason why I say it's the Elder God is because he was the one that threatened Raziel if he became disobedient. And, on top of that, he is the one that, like, Mobius is also serving. So that's, like, multiple people that have an expectation for Raziel that want him to comply, and he's not complying. Whereas, like, I don't think Kain is the one behind those things. Oh no. So are these the same, like, demons that arrived in Blood Omen?
The savior of Nosgoth.
Dude, attack the gigantic demons, not me. Ouchie. Sure, we'll make a save here just in case. My only doubt comes from them sounding more like they're serving as a mouthpiece rather than speaking for themselves, and their lines don't sound like the other gods. See, I actually am on the other line. I think they sound a lot like Tony J. They have, like, the low garbled voice and a very similar delivery. I can't tell if it's just someone, like, trying to sound like him or not, but to me it sounds like him. Jesus Christ. Okay. Is there one left? The fact that I have to clear out the arena is so annoying. Where's the last dude? Ugh. Damn it. Put me down, Jesus Christ. How much damage can you deal? Okay.
Raziel.
I feel like being locked on is actively bad. When you can just do this. Okay, they should all be dead. Where can I get my body back? I guess it doesn't matter right now. Let them fight. I totally pulled away there. Come on. There we go. Oh, not the voice. The lines doesn't sound like him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. They see. It sounds to me like they're supposed to be the same race as the Elder God, because they're also like eldritch horror nightmare demon things. Oh, that's like the boss from Blood Omen.
Closer, Raziel.
Yeah, and that definitely sounds like Tony J. All right. Very good. That works for me. I'm telling you, now that I've learned that being locked on is bad, I ain't never gonna be locked on ever again. There's no point. Why would I? All right. There's something funny about him just trudging through muck. Come on, dude.
You shall not pass.
Get it? Because it's like a Balrog saying it. Very cool. Whoa, completely not flooded. It's like the Spirit World version. I mean, this was hundreds of years before Kain was a vampire, I think, at all, right? Something like that. Aha, I am getting it. I am understanding it with my tiny little brain. Come on. There we go. Y'all are fucking crazy if you think I'm gonna fight you. No thanks. I have the power of verticality. What's this place look like in old vision? Definitely a little weird. It's like, as a result of being lower quality, it feels sharpened and like more vibrant a little bit at times. That makes it sound like the remaster is washed out, but it's not. It's just the contrast ends up being slightly different. Kind of neat. Like Raziel seems like has like higher contrast here, as you can see. I do like the new model more though, overall. Alright. It's the only parts of this cave that are flooded. We're pretty close to the Elder God now. Yep. Fuck you. Piece of shit. That guy's an asshole.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Kain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
I like that he just doesn't respond. He's like not gonna dignify that with an answer. We got him good. You're not gonna put up barriers? I'm gonna run past you. Fuck you. No way. Just say no. We're speed running. This game's world map seems small. I mean, it took us forever to traverse here, but it's just because combat and Raziel's run speed is low. It's very cinematic, though.
He thinks he can change his destiny. What a fool. Free your soul, demon.
There we go. Grab a sword just to grab it.
You do not belong in this world, damned one.
I'm getting bullied. Holy crap. Oh my god, let me fucking attack. I'm like dodging and still unable to attack in the time it take, like after I recover. It's so annoying. You can't frame trap me when my only option is to dodge. You can't Nitaku me for this. This is rude. Blammo. Okay. All right. Do have the Air Reaver. What does this do? Literally anything? Okay, it just lets me get back up there. That's pointless, I don't care. So close. I like this song a lot. It's like really ambient. I don't want to lose any progress. Okay. Now it's time to figure out how we do this. Okay, I can't use this yet. Or I can. Okay, yeah. No, okay, so I need to use the Fire Forge there. That's fine. Oh my god, girl. Give me your health. Okay. Is it gonna melt the ice, or is it gonna blow open the door? It melts the ice a little bit, which presumably allows me to open the door. Okay. Am I able to just jump up here?
Seize him.
All right.
There's one.
I don't think this is the right side, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not.
Guard me, brothers.
Okay. Swimming in normal water must be so refreshing after the blood room. Remember, Raziel was a vampire for a while, so swimming in blood probably really awesome for him. He drinks people's souls. I don't think the blood is a problem. I think it's probably nice. He did burn alive for 500 years straight, so he's probably pretty sick of water.
Seize him.
This is a quirky game.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are finally. You have no choice but to confront me now.
That's Malik.
And I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Call your dogs! They can feast on your corpses!
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel.
Fascinating.
Bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin. Now that I had taken it up, the Reaver and I were inescapably joined. The harder I tried to release the blade, the more tightly my hand gripped the hilt, as if possessed of its own will. The Reaver exerted some mysterious power over me. It sustained my energy, enabling me to prolong my physical manifestation indefinitely. In fact, bonded to the blade as I was, I could no longer shift into the spirit realm at will. Nor was I able to summon the Reaver's twin, for my Wraithblade had been disabled in the confrontation with Mobius.
Look at the skull on the Reaver, and look at Raziel. Is the Reaver made of the skulls of one of the angels? If so, that's cool. Rishin says, I begin to suspect that Raziel is the soul power in the Reaver. That was my thought as well. You are the Soul Reaver, maybe literal. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Because if that's how Janos knows Raziel, if that's Raziel's skull and his soul in the blade.
Demon? Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Kain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Kain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood.
Look at their eyes.
I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
The same thing it does to every other enemy. Oh, but I have infinite health. So Raziel was here the day that Vorador attacked the Citadel for attacking Janos, which is the whole reason why Malik was late. And Mobius was the one who told him to hold back, which is the whole reason why Malik becomes a bodiless slave to the group, thanks to yes, we're gonna eat your souls, guys.
As Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade, I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust. The blade had a vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
Fuck. Wait, which way do I go? This way. So yeah, Mobius is responsible for Malik's dissolution, his servitude, his slavery. That sucks.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
You'll have to get through us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Kain's blasphemous private joke, and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Kain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
It is pretty good. You have to admit, Kain's pretty funny. He's just a funny dude, Raziel. He's lived for 2 millennia or whatever. He needed to have a sense of humor to survive. And frankly, it's a pretty good joke, Raziel. He got you. He razzed you pretty good. You gotta admit, it's a good, funny joke. Die already, god damn it. How much health do you fuckers have? Jesus Christ. Isn't the Soul Reaver meant to be the best weapon? Yes, it's very good. But it's not fully powered yet, I don't think.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Kain's command. So dutiful and righteous.
Did we ever meet
even as a
Turel?
vampire. I guess some habits die hard.
I don't think we
The
did.
vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not.
If you don't lock on, they don't guard against you as much. So you get way more hits against them. Can I go this way? Do anything for me? No. Are we gonna go to a new timeline now? Is that what's happening?
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you?
Big glow up.
Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends. But you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shame to end him too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
Is he gonna kill himself? What the hell? I guess he did have to die at some point for Kain to raise him, so...
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle.
Damn.
Sensing its twin, the Wraith Blade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness. With all other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade. The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. the ravenous soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me.
Yep.
This is why the blade was destroyed when Kain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You.
Are you enjoying this, Kain?
Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it.
Was this your destiny for me all along?
Trust me.
I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twinned soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Kain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Kain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Kain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time. That by trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Kain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraith Blade, my own soul, twinned and bound eternally to me. And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
God damn, the writing in this game is fucking amazing. Shit, what a way to go out. What the fuck are the Hilden? Maybe those are the creepy alien monsters? Or maybe that's the name of the ancient race that Janos was part of, and maybe Janos is evil? I don't know. God damn, what an ending, huh? Well, that was Soul Reaver 2. Certainly shorter than the first game by a pretty significant margin. But I liked how much more dialogue there was. I liked how much more cutscenes there were. The, holy crap, the story in this game is really good. This is really good. I like that quite a bit. That's solid stuff. Man, what a performance, huh? Holy crap. And Kain is continues to be so interesting. What a cool character. Shit. It's crazy how much this weaves back and forth in on itself. Like, that too is also so awesome. However, this does make me wonder if we should immediately go into Blood Omen, or if I should wait for a Blood Omen 2, or if I should wait for a remaster. Just because, like, the new models are so good. Like, The thing is that like the gameplay won't be that different, I don't think. So it's not like a huge change, but like it is pretty significant visually as an upgrade. The gameplay wise though, it's exactly the same game, so we won't be getting anything new out of a remaster that way. We'd just be getting better looking art. Last place, that's what I think about the other god, this sequel. We called him out for being a little bitch, and he was a little bitch the whole time. Fuck that dude. He got wrecked. Raziel really showed him what for. This is a great game. This is a great game, great series. It's rare to see a time travel paradox written this well, definitely. I still think I like Soul Reaver 1 as a, like, game a little bit better. It had a little bit better, like, overall puzzle layout and pacing, I guess. But like here, I don't know, like it wasn't awful or anything like that. It just like it became very clear very quickly that the game wasn't going to be as long. Like we weren't going to go to as many places, we weren't going to do as many things in this one. So I could tell that pretty much straight away. But yeah, holy smokes. God, I like this series so much. The thing is that like gameplay wise, I don't even really like them that much. Like I think they're just fine. They're inoffensive for the most part. They could do with less combat because the combat is like mediocre at best and the camera is not great, but like yeah, interesting. This is great. I can't wait to see more of the story. I just need to decide now if we're gonna go straight into Blood Omen 2 or if we're gonna wait for a remaster. But part of me thinks we should just jump into Blood Omen 2 and Defiance and install those texture packs for it or something and just accept that the graphics aren't going to be as good. But man, oh, what a cool ass remaster of this game. So that was Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with Blood Omen 2, I guess. We'll see which version we play.